Violators cannot be permitted to go scot-free on payment of penalty only. Supreme Court on compounding of offences under Section 23A Mines and Minerals Act. There must be some stringent provisions which may have deterrent effect so that the violators may think twice before committing such offences and before causing damage to the earth and the nature. Remarked the Supreme Court while dealing with a case under Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act. In this case, the magistrates order a registration of FIR after taking note of a newspaper report about illegal excavation transportation of mineral sand from Chambal, Shevna and Retham and other tributary rivers. Consequently, FIRs were registered under sections 379 and 414 IPC section 4 and 21 of the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957 and under Rule 18 of the Minerals Prevention of Illegal Mining, Transportation and Storage Rules 2006. The High Court dismisses the petition seeking quashing of the FIR. One of the contentions raised by the accused before the Apex Court was that once the proceedings have been compounded under the Act or rules made thereunder, no further proceedings can lie. In the present case, the offences under the MMDR Act as against the accused were permitted to be compounded by the competent authority. Partly allowing the appeal, the Supreme Court held that in a case where the violator is permitted to compound the offences on payment of penalty as per subsection 1 of section 23A, considering subsection 2 of section 23A of the MMDR Act, there shall not be any proceedings or any further proceedings against the offender in respect of the offences punishable under the MMDR Act or any rule made thereunder so compounded. However, the bar under subsection 2 of section 23A shall not affect any proceedings for the offences under the IPC such as sections 379 and 414 of IPC, and the same shall be proceeded with further it clarified while holding thus the bench comprising Justice Ashok Bhushan and M.R. Shah observed. However, above conclusions are considering the provisions of Section 23A of the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act that as it stands today, it might be true that by permitting the violators to compound the offences under the MMDR Act or the rules made thereunder, the state may get the revenue and the same shall be on the principle of person who causes the damage shall have to compensate the damage and shall have to pay the penalty like the principle of polluters to pay in case of damage to the environment. However, in view of the large scale damages being caused to the nature and as observed held by this court, in the case of Sanjay, the policy and object of MMDR Act and rules are the result of an increasing awareness of the compelling need to restore the serious ecological imbalance and to stop the damage being 37 caused to the nature, and considering observations made by this court in the aforesaid decision reproduced herein above, and when the violations like this are increasing and the serious damages caused to the nature and earth, and it also affects the groundwater levels and it causes severe damage as observed by this court in the case of Sanjay reproduced herein above, we are of the opinion that the violators cannot be permitted to go scot free on payment of penalty only. There must be some stringent provisions which may have deterrent effects so that the violators may think twice before committing such offences and before causing damage to the earth and the nature. The court observed that it is the duty cast upon the state to restore the ecological imbalance and to stop damage being caused to the nature. It said that excessive in-stream scandal gravel mining from river beds and like resources causes the degradation of rivers. The bench further added, it is further observed that apart from threatening bridges, sand mining transformed the riverbeds into large and deep pits. As a result, the groundwater table drops, leaving the drinking water wells on the embankment of these rivers dry. Even otherwise, sand mines is a public property, and the state is the custodian of the said public property, and therefore the state should be more sensitive to protect the environment and ecological balance and to protect the public property. The state should always be in favor of taking very stern action against the violators who are creating serious ecological imbalance and causing damage to the nature in any form. The court said that as the provisions of Section 23A are not under challenge under Section 23A of the MMDR Act, so long as it stands, it leaves this issue to the wisdom of the legislatures and the concerned state. The court noted that in this case, though the public prosecutor appearing on behalf of the state of Madhya Pradesh had supported the order passed by the magistrate directing to register lodge FIR, the state has preferred a separate special leave petition challenging the judgment and order passed by the High Court confirming the order passed by the magistrate. It is very surprising that despite supporting the order passed by the learned magistrate before the High Court, the state of Madhya Pradesh has preferred the special leave petition, the bench observed. The state had assailed the order passed by the magistrate on the ground that it impines affects the powers of the authorized person to compound the offence under Rule 18 of the 2006 rules. The court, however, dismissed the SLP filed by the state. Thank you.